Hello, this is Taylor Garcia for EDL 856, Module 5, which is Understanding My Community. My community is Hyde Leadership and International Explorations Magnet Elementary School. Today I'm going to be talking about Hyde itself and then the community that's surrounding Hyde, about some of our leadership, some of our economic conditions for the community and for my school, for customs, traditions, and some of the diversities within those areas. Hyde is a very small school within one of the largest school districts and cities in Kansas. 259 serves over 50,000 students every school year and has approximately 10,000 employees. There are 90 different learning centers within our district, and 24 of those are magnet programs, whether that be elementary school, middle school, or high school. And I work at one of the elementary schools as a first grade teacher. So Hyde was built in 1929. It opened in 1930. In 1938, 48, and then 2001, there were updates and renovations done. Our school is named after Albert Alexander Hyde, who is the creator of mentholatum. We became a magnet school in 1991. We started as an international and communications magnet, and in 2016 we adopted Leader in Me curriculum and became a leadership and international explorations magnet. Some of our traditions include Beagle Bash, which is a family carnival night. We have movie nights throughout the year. Our students compete in Battle of the Books at the school, district, and state level. Our 5th grade graduation is a big deal. A lot of our students, when they graduate from 5th grade, they've been students at Hyde since kindergarten. We do magnet presentations 2 times a year in every grade level, and then we have magnet themed days in December and in May. So this is our school. As you can see, I said our name is International Explorations, and I think that that's pretty apparent with all the different flags from all the different countries that you're looking at in our windows. So for Wichita, which is where Hyde is located, it is just over 389,000 people. It's a pretty even split between male and female. I'm not going to read you all this information, but there's not very much diversity in Wichita. As you can see, our population is 75% white, and then everything else is split amongst the minorities in our community. Language use, only English is spoken by 82% of our population, and then the next most prominent language that is spoken in Wichita is Spanish. And then for Hyde itself, we have 302 students. Again, we're pretty evenly split, 50-50 between males and females. We also don't have a lot of diversity in our race at our school. Our school is 61% white, 17% Black or African American, 14% Hispanic, and then 2 or more races, like multi-racial, is 5%. And again, language use at our school, English, is used by 85% of our students. So communicating through Hyde, being an elementary school, we're not looking, obviously we communicate with our students at school, but we don't really have any other sort of communication with them outside of school, so this is mainly for parents. We use Parent Links, which is an email or a phone call that goes out through the school. We have a private Facebook page that is only, you're allowed to be a member if you are a teacher of Hyde, at Hyde, or if you are a parent that is a student in the building. And it's also a great way for us to post things that are going on throughout the day. We have a lot of different events going on throughout the day and throughout the whole school year. So if parents aren't able to attend, that's a way for us to kind of post it out there so that parents can feel like they're in the moment and experiencing the same things that their students might be experiencing. Another thing that we have is a class website, and then Class Dojo is something that some of our teachers use, but not all of them. And then communication through 259 is pretty similar. Facebook and Twitter pages are public, so open to everybody. And they will send out emails, phone calls, or use the local news stations if they're needing to get the word out about something, and they also have a website that can be visited. Community groups, Hyde is very lucky to have a lot of support from our surrounding community. One of our biggest supporters is Grace Presbyterian Church. They recently donated over $7,000 for us to update our playground equipment and buy us new playground equipment, so we are very thankful for them. They also run a tutoring program that's through the whole school year for kindergarten, first, and second grade students, and it is a reading program that they do after school 2 days a week. Our PTO reaches out to a lot of local businesses and kind of gets contributions for them, and they use those this year for a readathon fundraiser rather than using a fundraising company. We did the readathon, which guaranteed that all the proceeds that we made went directly to the school, and we made over $17,000, which was awesome. And community partners that donated things, donated money or donated items, were the prizes and the awards that kids won who were donating or who were collecting a lot of the money. East High School is the high school that is our elementary school would eventually feed into. They have a program called Youth Court. They volunteer for multiple school events that we have throughout the year. And they also paired up this year with first grade, which is what I teach. And they came once a week to teach them social skills and play games with them. So it was a good opportunity for the high school students to come in and give back. And it was also a good opportunity for my students to learn from other young adults. This year we also had Imagine That Toys, which is a local family-owned toy store, donate bridge books. So every single student before they left for the summer got a bridge book full of activities that they can be working on over the summer, including math and reading, just so that they're continuing to work for the next 2 months while they're on break so that we don't have that slump when they come back in August. Leadership throughout Wichita. Our mayor is Jeff Longwell. He has been present at Hyde 2 times this year. He came during the readathon fundraiser that I talked about, and he was reading books to the kids and talking about why reading is important and how he uses reading in his career every day. And then he also came to our career day that we hosted this year, and he got to kind of do the kickoff at the beginning of that. Our superintendent is Dr. Alicia Thompson. She also came to Hyde to start our readathon fundraiser, and she was there, kind of explained who she was to the kids because they might not know who their superintendent is at their district, but she made it a point to come to our small little building and be present and be known that she was supporting us, which was amazing. And then our building principal is Jamie Cole. We only have one principal, so she's the only person we have at Hyde. So Mayor Longwell has been the mayor since 2015. Before that, he served on the Wichita City Council, and then before that, he served on the Mays School Board, which is a surrounding district around Wichita. Dr. Thompson, she has been the superintendent since July of 2017. She was a Wichita native, born and raised. She went through the school. She stayed in Wichita and went to college at WSU, and then she went back and started serving through the Wichita Public Schools as a teacher and has worked her way up to being a superintendent. And then Miss Cole has been the Hyde principal for 2 years. We're going into her 3rd year. But she's been a part of the district for 10 years, so she knows how things work, knows the district leaders, knows the community leaders, and she is very driven by having that sense of community and family within our school, and then our school within the community. She loves everyone having that great connection. So the average household income in Wichita is $48,982. When I was doing this project, I really learned a lot of things about Wichita that I didn't know, so some of it really surprised me. One of these things that surprised me here is that 40% of our population rents a home, and only 59%, almost 60%, are homeowners. Approximately 15.8% of the Wichita population actually lives below the federal poverty line. Fortunately for Hyde and our students are not more than likely not included in that number. We have a very small number of free or free and reduced lunches at Hyde. Our kids come from families that are very well taken care of. So jobs within the Wichita community, we are the air capital of the world. So we have a lot of aircraft manufacturing companies. So I know a lot of families that I come in contact with, they work at a place like that in Wichita. And if they don't work there, there's a huge variety of job opportunities in Wichita for people. So political structure, state funding in Kansas, not the best, but something that could definitely improve. I have only actually been in education for 3 years. So when I came into my district, it was the end of the pay freeze for people. So I haven't been as dramatically affected by state funding for education, but I know a lot of the people that I work with have been. So I'm very thankful that currently the state funding for education is being improved slowly but surely and constantly being worked on. The use of money in our district, I feel like our superintendent does a very nice job of taking into consideration teachers' wants and needs and feelings and really utilizing all the money that she has to work with to the best of her ability. We do not have a lot of social tension at Hyde. We don't have a lot of diversity that would cause some of that social tension maybe, but we are a very small, tight-knit community, if you will. So we don't have very many social tensions going on with our staff, with our students, with our families. We're just fortunate that we don't really have to deal with that. However, around Wichita, there are little pockets of places that are lower income neighborhoods, not well taken care of. There is some violence. Thankfully, it's not close to our school, but there is some violence around Wichita, and sometimes it is gang related. But overall, where I am and from my perspective at Hyde, we don't have a lot of that social tension. Every month, our school has site council and PTO meetings. Those are open to the public. During those meeting times, there's free childcare available, which is very nice for parents. If they're really wanting to attend, they have a place that they can come and leave their kids with while they're there and go into the meeting and hear what's going on, or bring up a question, bring up a concern, talk through something if that's what needs to be done. Minutes are always kept, and those are shared with everybody, staff and families. In the district, we also they have monthly board meetings. Those are open to the public. And that information is normally posted on the Facebook page and the Twitter page, and things are emailed out to staff members. And then another thing that I'm going to be talking more about here in just a little bit is the Safe and Civil Schools survey that we all do, taken by staff, students, and families, and then that data is always shared with everybody. So our chain of command in 259, there's a lot of people between our superintendent and all of our building principals because we are such a big district. There's a lot of people in between that. And there's annually a lot of changes in leadership because people retire or they leave or people are promoted, and then there's shifting around of principals quite frequently. Diversity is really celebrated in our district. It's something that I think that our district as a whole is very proud of. Amongst all of our students, there's 105 languages spoken, and our kids come from 97 different countries of birth, which is incredible to me, and that means that they are bringing a lot into our district that they could share with other people. And especially at Hyde, with our magnet theme being international explorations, we have theme days. We had a holiday around the world where every classroom got to study a different culture and tradition, and we got to eat some of the authentic food, and a lot of parents helped with that. So we really celebrate that and like to share that with our students as much as we can. Our power structure within our district, like I said, there's a lot of people. We have superintendent, deputy superintendent, assistant superintendents, and then we have building principals. So that's kind of our hierarchy of how things work. And then just within Hyde, we just have our building principal, and then our teachers are certified staff, and then we have classified staff, which is our support staff or our para sport and related. So public opinion, this is the survey that I had mentioned earlier for Safe and Civil Schools. It's completed by student, staff, and families throughout our building. There's multiple sections. Some of them are rating how you feel about the school. Some of them are how you feel about the district. And all that data is taken, and then it's reviewed by the building and then district officials, and then they review any questions that they might have. And when they do that, they send the link out through an email. So we send ours out through an email, and then we made ours just at Hyde available to our parents when they came to parent-teacher conferences. I think that we might need to think of other ways that it could be accessible to families, because not every family might not have the ability to access internet at home. But that's definitely, a way that we can improve as a district. So this has been my Module 5 presentation. Thank you for watching.